Hey, Sean here from SpeedCubeReview.com. Let's take a look at the Guoguan, I don't know if they're still saying Yuxiao, but the Xinghen, Yuxiao would be 3x3. The TSM, what does TSM stand for? Not quite sure. Tensioning system magnets, maybe. Like the EDM for the 3x3 was it was something dual magnets. The E was a weird one. Oh, I think that grabs onto a corner piece and maybe adjusts it or pulls the corner off. We've got our screwdriver. Nothing here. Does this tell us how to do this? It's just a solve guide. It doesn't say how to adjust the tensions. Well, let's experiment. The funny thing is I like smaller 3x3s and 4x4s. I like larger 2x2s. I had used the 55mm Fengshi. Fengshi also had, when they came out with the Xinghen, I believe it was, I might be wrong in that, but they had a 50mm. Then they had a box, on the box at 52.5, but they never came out with that. There have been some 51mm puzzles like the GAN 351 as well as the Volk. This comes in, allows you to have 3 sizes. Doesn't say here, my caliper, I just had it out, but I believe it's 50, and then there's a size that's like, I think like 50.75 and then 51.5. I believe that's it. So how do these come off? Let's see. Do these pop off? I think let's grab this. Well, real quick, first turns. Very strong magnets. It's a little clunky turning, not super light. Nothing changing the 2x2 world. Okay, so I think that's supposed to be able to take that off. And now what do I do? Oh, turn it once, twice, and then it's back. Let's do each of these twice. So when I put the cap back on, there's actually almost a gap between the cap and that piece then. So the whole piece doesn't move out, just the cap does. Okay, let's see. So yeah, I'm immediately trying to adjust the size because that's one, the big thing that's about this, but also I feel like 2x2s have not been changing much. They've been getting either lighter or heavier, different strength magnets, but I think it's the way that it's structured. Someone recently was trying to figure out what puzzle they should get, and they said they're struggling with this budget one, but the budget one performs just as good as pretty much the top tier ones. There's not too much of a difference with it. Corner cutting on one of the pieces is usually worse because the corners are all locked into that edge, so it doesn't flex as much. And that's standard even with the top ones. Oh, I already did this one. But yeah, I don't know if this is just the best way a 2x2 can be and there's no way to fix it, or there's something that can be adjusted and we just haven't thought of it yet. Or it's been thought of, but not executed yet. So this is now going to be, I think, 51.5mm. Ooh, I do like that. It still feels a little bit sluggish, kind of almost flexible and tight at the same time. The strong magnets are something I usually like, but I know 2x2, some people prefer just smaller ones. Lighter magnets, I mean, for 2x2. Okay, let's see what I can do here. Okay, scramble it again. Yeah, a little bit of catching here. I'm going to try tightening the tensions afterwards, after this solve. Well, there's that catching. Let me grab the screwdriver. A little bit of a turn on each side. I don't know, quarter turn? Whatever this happens to be. Okay, see if that fixes the catching, because there's not as much for it to flex. I brought this up in my 4x4 video, which is either probably out before this, if I'm editing them in the same way I'm filming them. But tighter tensions can often fix catching because it could make corner cutting better, but also better corner cutting does not mean less catching. Okay. Okay, so a couple thoughts on this 2x2. It's very strong magnets, and those aren't adjustable. Then the size difference is nice. I feel like that's the biggest thing in 2x2 of what size you prefer the feeling of. And I like larger 2x2s, and this one does feel really good. Basically anything that's 50 millimeters, I don't really use too much anymore. It seems a little bit, I feel like it reminds me of some Fangshi ones where things tend to flex just a little bit. So things are moving around even while it's stable, like things want to flex or bend a little bit. I'll keep messing around with it, but it's something that definitely the change in size is a welcome change. So it's something that I would recommend if you're curious on experimenting with that. I usually say with any 2x2, you can get the exact same times. I don't think that really makes too much of a difference. It's really what feeling you're looking for. The other thing I like with 2x2s is a lighter puzzle. This one feels a little bit heavy compared to some other ones. So that's my only gripe with this, that the lightness, I've been getting used to really light puzzles, mainly the GAN 351. So that's what I've been using a lot lately. So it might just be that I need to get used to it. So leave your thoughts and questions in the comment section below. Hit like, subscribe for more content like this in the future. And as always, stop by SpeedCubeReview.com for more news and reviews. And there have been some 51 millimeter